supporting the drama or the comedy that's there, if it's not scored correctly, then you might not be drawn into that scene properly or be moved. Sometimes even just the silence in between is filled with the music. The silence between the lines is filled with the music, and it might bring you to tears. It might make you laugh. And if it's not scored correctly, you can kill that whole scene. So I'm glad that you are paying attention to that. Because it's true. That's a key factor to this that a lot of people just take for granted.
Wow, I had no answer at all for that. So
sorry.
I like music too.
La la. That'll go with the rock opera thing that we're doing next year when we do it. Thank you.
I was just wondering if you can summon Obelisk.
Wait, you want me to say, I summon Obelisk, the Tormentor? I've never said that before, it's just crazy. It just came to me in a dream.
Oh, hey, Kaiba, can you say, there's nothing you can afford?
But that was so good. Why would I do that? What am I supposed to say? Yeah, but isn't that an abridged line?
Exactly.
Kaiba doesn't do abridged lines. Why? Because Eric's funnier than Little Karibo.
Oh, you did it!
I'll do a Little Karibo with no hands.
I got two questions. One of them is, I'm not blaming 4Kids, but I felt as if the dialogue within all four series was a lot weaker than the original. If you guys had the chance to go back in time, had the power to change the company that dubbed the anime for English, would you?
Now you're talking about the original, meaning the Japanese?
Yeah. Because 4Kids usually softens it up so they can broaden the horizons.
Well, no, they soften it up for another reason. The BSMP. Remember the difference between where we air this stuff and where we, here in America, there are rules by the network of what you can say. And those things, that's the filter that you have to go through. So what you might be able to get away with in Japan, whether it even be a visual, you have to change because of the rules of the network. Now, bad writing is bad writing. I'm not defending that. But just remember that the toning down things, a lot of that stuff is done because it's Saturday morning in the United States, and there are children watching, and in this country, we have some very crazy strict rules.
I've said this in the past at conventions and stuff. The company is called 4Kids, not for deranged adults. So they do kind of have to tamper things down.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's a kid's show here. It may not be in Japan, but it is here. And you can't get away with mass murder or using guns or anything of that nature.
But the question you had is, would we want to rewrite some things? Yeah, I would agree with you. I think that there are some
I
things.
thought it was perfect.
Except for Joey's lines, I would rewrite stuff.
And the second question is, I know all you guys accidentally got into the business, but if anybody wants to get into the business on voice acting, how is it usually done?
I mean, we each probably have our own answer. I always tell people that, let's see, first of all, I tell people to study acting, first of all. Then you want to take classes, as many as you can. Then you want to make sure you get a reel. Then you got to live in, you want to do animation, you should probably live in Los Angeles because there's very little of it in New York. But you got to be you want to get into voiceovers, you got to be in Los Angeles or New York or maybe Chicago. You got to knock down every door. You got to be really patient. But mostly you got to study. You got to work, because I think people think sometimes it's a simple thing you can pick up, and you just want to have as many tools as you can so when you get the opportunity to walk through the door, you're ready. Because there's not a lot of opportunity. I mean, as you can hear, and a lot of it's luck. A lot of it's being in the right place at the right time, trying to take advantage of relationships you have with people who might be in the business without being too pushy. But that's also something you have to learn, that you have to go through. I mean, I know I've been doing this for almost 20 years. I mean, not specifically voiceovers, but trying to be an actor and be in the business, and it's a lot. You have to work hard and be ready and push relationships. That's what I would say.
I also think that one of the things that we miss a lot in this world are being apprentices. I learned the most by being in a studio. Even though I didn't know I wanted to be a voice actor, I absorbed what was going on. And I think that there are places, yes, in this economy it's hard to get a job, you know, in the business, but you can still intern somewhere. If you can find like your local radio station, or you can find a local advertising agency that might do production, and you can offer your time. I've got a couple of hours a week, I'd like to just, can I make copies? Can I just be around? You will absorb what's going on. There's nuances. It's like, you know, if you wanted to be a great cabinet maker, you'd go find a woodworker and just be around them, hand them the tools. It's the same kind of thing. You pick up a lot from that. So if you're not ready to move to one of the major cities right now, but want to get at least a taste of that, if you're in the facility, you might actually be asked to audition for something at some point. You know?
The one final question, actually.
Well, the second of two would be final.
Okay, that's good. This is for everybody here. How do you guys feel with Toonami's return? Toonami's return.
Well, Toonami's return. Oh, Toonami. Oh, I don't know.
I love Cartoon Network. Is that what that's on? Yeah, I think it's great. Is Toonami specifically anime? Then good. I'm glad it's back because you know, this stuff is great. It's fun.
Aren't we glad it's back?
You should be. Are we not glad it's back? Am I barking up the wrong tree here?
We're glad it's back.
The hell with Cartoon Network. Yes, it's back. Yeah. Cartoon Network has some great stuff on there, and if it gives exposure to anime, that's great. Can't be anything wrong with that.
All right, 3 more questions.
Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh players. How are you today? Okay. Have you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh before?
I played a little bit because my son duels, but I'm not that good, and I can't duel you.
I gotta tell you, maybe the 2nd or 3rd season of Yu-Gi-Oh, Dan Green and I were asked to do a DVD explaining the rules, and he and I became really good friends over the 1st season. We thought, hey, you know, we don't know how to play this thing. This DVD is gonna be great. We're gonna learn. We're more informed about it. We'll be able to go to conventions and talk to people and know. And we had a 4 or 5 hour recording session, and we were even more clueless than we walked into the first one. I had no idea how to play this game, and I salute you all for learning it because it's complicated.
Now, I directed the 1st season of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I got to digest every rule, every card, every move there was. And as soon as I thought I had it all together and I was ready to actually play it, Yugi cheated. And I decided that there was no use in playing. Because he was always going to pull some card out behind his ear and go, I got this. Be like, what happened? So no, I don't play. Because of that experience.
What I want to know is, what is your favorite line from any character that you've ever done?
Oh, I got mine. Mine's easy. It would be James saying, I'm a flaming Moltres.
I'm gonna paraphrase because I said it so often in the 1st season. It was variation of it just made me laugh every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do it for my sister, Serenity. Go Yugi.
Or if I move on, I always like saying this one. My name is Raphael, and the bozo in the hockey mask is about to find out how angry I can be.
What was that?
Wait, that was a show?
Mikey! Raffy!